Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths as we center ourselves. Let's go ahead and polish our beautiful diamond, our pineal. It's our daily practice of cleaning it up and removing additional oxidation, calcification that's on it. As you do this, you might feel a sensation on your forehead, between your eyebrows area. You're opening your third eye. So ask for it. Ask to open your third eye a little bit more today. Just a little bit more. Not too drastic a change. Just what you can do today. Remember, the name of the game is awareness now. It's all about awareness. Awareness is what's going to create your future, help you with choices, options, possibilities, and give you a wisp of the futures you can have. Choices. Oftentimes we go in life and we find a fork in the road. But did you know? You've never made a wrong choice. You always took the road that was yours. And that led you to more forks in the road. The fork in the road usually shows up for big decisions. But doesn't matter how big or small, you've never made a wrong choice. You've never taken the wrong road for you. There are no wrong choices for you. Life is experiential. If you go back and think about a major decision you made in life, and think about all the experiences you've had because of the decision you took. Couldn't have been bad. Look where you are. Look what you learned. See, everything is experiential. And the thing about it is, lessons learned. It's all about that. Because the universe will say, oops, you haven't learned it yet. Let's do it again. So let's go ahead and allow that program to go, to deactivate, to disconnect from you. You don't have to recreate those same events in the future. Once is enough. You've learned it, you've mastered it. You're here. At the same time, nobody's competing with you, and you're not competing with anybody. The only one you can really compete with is you. That's why you need to challenge yourself daily. What can you do or be today that will outperform you, who you were yesterday? And it's all about being. You change, you're never the same person. You're always changing. So, who or what can you be today that will outperform you yesterday? I remember when I was leaving a company that had been for almost 10 years. In the goodbye lunch, an individual came up to me and he said to me, I've been competing with you. I've been trying to play catch up with you. I didn't know because I never competed with anybody. It was always about me and outdoing me. I didn't know anybody else was doing the same thing, but setting me as somebody to compete against. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, you can go ahead and somebody who's doing well, you can go ahead and use them as a benchmark. It's for fun. But more importantly, it's about you. It's always been about you. It will always be about you. See, you gotta live your life as if miracles are an everyday occurrence. It's an everyday thing for you. Miracles are now normal. After all, what is a miracle? Something that you never, ever, ever, ever thought could happen. But nothing happens in life. Everything is created by you. You are your miracle maker. You can create anything you choose to experience. As we said before, we are like babies with bazookas. Need to learn to live in this reality now. If you've noticed, everything is happening instantly. What you think, you can create. And if you're not careful, you might not be thinking things that are beneficial to you. That's also creation. So it's time to create a conscious reality, a sustainable reality. Remember, you've never made a wrong choice. You've never taken the wrong road in your life. And yesterday's news is yesterday's news. Leave it in the past. Now it's time to outperform you at all levels. And of course, this goes without saying that you need to consider, you need to have compassion for you first. And you'll have compassion for the others. Compassion, if you're compassionate with others, you're not judging them. So be compassionate with you, because we're really good at judging ourselves. Have compassion for you. Be lenient with what you think are your faults. You've never made a wrong decision. Be lenient with you. We're so good at judging ourselves. So show compassion for you. That will remove judgment. We're coming at that juncture in life. First time ever. In many, many, many years. Many millions of years. Where you have the destiny of you in your hands. Sovereignty. With sovereignty comes responsibilities. What do you want your future? What do you want as a reality? Trust your gut. Your gut will never lie to you. It's going to tell you what is good and right to follow. Always. Trust you more than you trust anybody else. Nobody can give you answers for your life, for your living, for your health, for your finances. Everything has consciousness. Stay in the question. Talk to it. You've never taken a wrong decision, taken the wrong road. It's all about you. We're coming to that junction in life where you'll be responsible for everything. I'm not adding on responsibilities to you or making your life harder by saying this. But it'll be good to be sovereign. And with it comes changes. And you can call them miracles if you choose. But you're creating your creations will happen just like that, as if it was miracles. Gotta be open to it, open to receiving, open to receiving everything, open to all possibilities, creating realities that at this moment we cannot even fathom. But we can definitely sense it. We can sense the energy. A reality where everybody's supporting each other. A reality where there's peace on earth. Where there's abundance of everything. There's joy. There's enthusiasm to be alive. That is, you can do with you can change your body any which way you want. You can move freely, whatever you want, however you want. No restrictions. You're a creator. Let's create this reality. Let's create a reality that works for us. We've never taken a wrong choice, taken a wrong road. We're not competing with anybody. We're working together for the good of all. Being communion with earth, communion with our peers, with our neighbors, with our community, with society. Be a contribution to the earth, to each other, to nature. Can you sense that energy, what it feels like? Compassion. We should have a department of compassion. State Department of Compassion, I say. If you're compassionate, no judgment. Hmm, that sounds great. We really have gotten too used to being judged or judging others, and more importantly, ourselves. And in so, we have become victim and victimizers. Time to leave that alone. Nobody's a victim anymore, and nobody can be a victimizer. Time to leave that behind. It has no room in the reality we're creating. That is not allowed anymore. Now it's about being sovereign creator. And you create the experiences you want to live. Have you noticed that this spring it has been cooler than normal? The weather has a lot to do with the emotions that we feel. That's how easy it will be to change the weather. See? This is something we created as a collective. And it doesn't take that many. Consciousness rules over unconscious. If two or more conscious people get together and decide, this is how I want this, guess what? We're going to have it. Consciousness trumps everything else. Because if you ask for help, everything has consciousness and everything will bend over backwards to help you. Can you call this a miracle? I think so. When you ask a tree to move and the tree moves because it has consciousness, will that be a miracle? Trees move in my garden. Mm-hmm. So more and more, have you noticed how the animals are changing? Pay attention to them or go to YouTube and watch some videos. They're acting different. Everything has consciousness. And no, humans are not at the lead of this. Humans are actually at the rear end of it. So now is the time to be ready for collaboration, contributions from everything around you. To be a conscious creator of a sustainable future. Remember, No wrong choices ever. No wrong paths ever. And there's no competition unless you make it so. There is such thing as friendly competition, and there is the you competition, which will be called friendly. How does it get any better? Are you ready? What future are you creating? Just ponder on that for the weekend. What future are you creating? It is something to keep in mind. You want to be conscious creator, and you'll get what you are creating. Everything that you want to create will actualize. Remember last year? We were creating abundance in the grocery stores. We were creating abundance of joy. Yes, there's been some times where things were not there in the grocery store. But overall, it was pretty good, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. How does it get any better? And with that, my friends, thank you for being you, creating the world, creating new realities, new futures. And thank you for being with us. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths as we come back to the present. When you're ready, rub your hands together, rub your face, and open your eyes.